I missed the part where that's my problem.
Good evening, and welcome back to another stream of a Séance of Blake Manor as part of our historical chronology project. And yeah, we're gonna jump back into 1897 in Ireland, west of Ireland to be precise. And we are still investigating the disappearance of a woman named Evelyn Dean. And yeah, she was one of the persons trying to attend the séance, which is about to happen this night on the day we're currently playing, I believe. And yeah, she's gone missing. And as we found out, she's one of the mediums and has a very strong connection to the supernatural. And, you know, there's some people that wanted to have her powers for herself, apparently. Like a woman we found out to be a pariah, which basically means that she can't have any powers ever. And she found out that actually eating the heart of a medium might actually give you the powers of that said medium. And gave us a bit of a reason to investigate her further, but as it seems, you know, so far, she doesn't have anything to do with the actual disappearance, but she's certainly, you know, one who would make Miss Dean disappear if possible. But yeah, that's where we're gonna continue, and we're gonna try to solve more mysteries of the manor. Hello there, Dr. Darling, welcome in. You promise you won't sleep for at least 4 more hours? Well, I would hope so, because, you know, World Cup is starting tonight. Hello there, Mr. Godi, welcome in as well. Hello there, Maxi, welcome in, dude. You're celebrating your 5-year mod anniversary? Dude. Thank you so much for modding the channel for 5 years already. That's honestly crazy that, you know, I did make you a mod that long of a time ago.
Get religion.
But it's a pretty neat feature. I do like that, you know, mods can share that. Because it definitely underlines, you know, just how long people have been taking responsibility on the channel. So I'm very thankful for that. And, you know, for any kind of like assistance and, you know, like taking care of chat or just aiding with other stuff. And of course, I'm very thankful also for the Twitch tools that you have provided, you know, us with. So it's like, you know, modding and modding. One step closer to the Wild West, indeed. Yeah, honestly, I'm really darn hyped to get into Red Dead 2. That being said, you know, Black Flag Resynced is around the corner. It's like less than a month now, isn't it? Until it launches. And I'm gonna be busy with Red Dead Redemption 2 for so long, and I kinda wanna play Black Flag Resynced when it comes out. So if I have to like take a break from Red Dead 2 for a little bit, or, you know, I postpone Red Dead 2 start until like later. I guess also depends a little bit upon how long we take for the Séance of Blake Manor, because it's not necessarily like a short game. So yeah, if I get this like done, you know, like later in June, then I might hold off on starting Red Dead 2 even until I've played through Black Flag. But I have to see. But yeah, either way, definitely hyped for Red Dead Redemption. Cheers, Maxi. Modding and making mods. Modding in all the best ways. Indeed, yeah. Yeah, Red Dead 1 is also going to be part of a timeline. Votes, of course, quite a bit later. It's like 1911 to 1914 or something, isn't it?
I want to see the Alliance map.
Yes, the Alliance map. Maybe Black Flag is gonna have an Alliance map, from which you can start the various storylines. You know, Edward's, like Kenway's fleet, the mini-game from Black Flag, has just been refunctioned into an Alliance map. Okay, 9:40 AM. Let's have a look into the mind map here. So we did solve Miss Dean's departures mystery. We confirmed that she was here, and also of course found out that she's a medium, which means many people would take potential interest in her. Also that the letter that, you know, was evidence of her leaving was forged. Which, yeah, means somebody has definitely made her disappear, but she might still be at the manor. Maybe she's not even left, you know, maybe she's like in the underground, underneath the manor or something. Been playing Black Flag on the Switch. It's great, like OG1. Nice, dude. I have to say it's been tempting to get, you know, the Assassin's Creed games on the Switch as well. But since I primarily play them when I'm streaming them, you know, like, wouldn't make too much sense again for the Switch. But, you know, the idea of playing them on a, you know, handheld device is really cool. You know, fun fact, but Black Flag, or at least AC3, has been launched on the Wii U. So if you have a Wii U controller, you know, which comes with like a Switch-like device pretty much, then you can technically play it on a handheld device on the Wii U even. I do think Black Flag is also on the Wii U, isn't it? But I reckon it runs like garbage. No Alliance map or else you refund Resynced. Well, then you gotta hope that you get to the Alliance map quick enough to still be able to refund. Okay, so we don't have access to his room yet. But we do have access to Olivia Darcy's room. We picked up her key at the breakfast. Which is number 13, so I would definitely like to investigate that. Or we did already do that, right? We had a look in there. Right. We did also find the vial of poison in her room. Can't wait to see what handheld upgrade you end up with on Christmas time. Yeah, I do like handhelds quite a bit. Just sometimes gotta find the time to actually sit down and, you know, play on it. Like recently did, like Levi got the Switch too, but I can't say I've like used it a ton. But the more games we're gonna get eventually, the more that's gonna change, I reckon. Recently we did get Super Mario Odyssey for the Switch.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock. Who's
I'm your
there?
Huckleberry.
Hello there, Seraph. Welcome in. Epic Stores login, two-step authentication. Put in the code we just emailed you. Does so. Then it asks if your email access is correct after accepting the code you got emailed. Classic security systems working as intended. Yeah, I've been there. Hello there, Rod. Welcome in, dude. Good evening. Or good night, I should say. How are you doing? I hope you had a good time today playing through Uncharted 1. It was cool to see that game again. And yeah, it gave me a bit of nostalgia, like remembering when you first played it on the PlayStation 4. Like back to back. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Definitely, yeah, doing well. We celebrated a little bit today with some nice takeout food here from a local Asian place, which was really nice. And yeah, having like a chill evening. I'm gonna play a little bit of this game. So far I've been really enjoying it. It has a really good atmosphere and I do enjoy the writing quite a bit. Also, there's a lot of course, investigation, type of work you're doing, but it's like really meaningfully created, I think, in the menus and the UI. And it's not entirely open either. There's definitely a sort of like linearity to it, which I personally don't mind because, yeah, it gives you like a bit of a, like direction at least. But yeah, what I like about this game too is that it has a time mechanic, which doesn't run the entire way. Like you can still just stand somewhere and not have time pass. But every time you interact with something or you talk to somebody, every action kind of like adds to the time. So it means you still have to be conscious about what you're doing and how much time you're spending to investigate certain leads, which mimics the, kind of like a time urge, I guess, of real investigation sometimes. But yeah, I quite like it. It's also cool have a game being set in Ireland and also being made by an Irish studio. Because you don't get that too often. Hello, Dex. Welcome in, dude. Good day to you. And how are you doing? And yeah, thank you. I'm doing quite well. Been having a nice day over here. How about yourself?
Citizen!
Doing well, thanks. It was great to replay. Glad to hear. That's an interesting way to use time. Reminds me of Disco Elysium where you can pass time by reading Harry's case files, or when you speak to people with this with dialogue you haven't chosen before. That is true. It definitely has like a similar aspect to it. In many ways, I would definitely, you could definitely draw parallels between either game. Hello there, citizen. Hello there, Aura. Welcome in. Yeah, so far it's been going pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't say it's been going like pretty fast, but every mystery we had to solve in like a time, constraint, we did do. And yeah, so it's been like fairly successful so far. But would be interesting if we can, keep it that way. Week of productivity continues. You're definitely ready for a weekend. I don't blame you, Dex. I hope you can just, enjoy yourself on a weekend and not work even more. Same here, dude. Yeah, the music has been really great and atmospheric. Like really nice ambient, kind of like creepy in a way, but also peaceful. Like a kind of mix. Also, give me just 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Had to help Levy with something real quick. We've been playing Expedition New Game Plus this weekend. Lots of parries. Parry it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, definitely gotta master the parry timing. Unless you wanna get your ass kicked. Oh yeah, today has been pretty good decks in comparison. I mean, not perfect, but certainly better than yesterday. Like yesterday, the last hour of the stream, I was just like muting myself every other second and just like, you know, sniffing and blowing my nose and shit. MB Gwent music. Wanna play some cards? Maybe some tarot cards. Oh, speaking of which, have you had your tarot cards read yet, Rod? In Cyberpunk, that is. And thank you, dude, for welcome back. Did you need help reaching a tall shelf? That would usually be like a help case scenario. But no, it was actually webcam related. The Logitech software added like new functions to the webcam. So you can now have like a text overlay on the actual webcam. And she didn't quite get how to turn it off. We also sneakily included like a watermark automatically being put on the webcam. Like, gotta make some advertisement for Logitech, of course, while you're streaming. For sure, Aura. Yeah, the audio cue is much more revealing sometimes than the visual cues. For me, it's kind of like a mix. Like, I can't just listen to the noise too much. Like, I have to focus on both equally. But realizing that the audio is, you know, the cue really helps connecting the visual and audio. Rod playing Cyberpunk, indeed, yeah. His first ever playthrough. You read Oracle cards in real life? Did you? That's cool. Is that something that you still do sometimes? You've come across some of them. Nice. And you almost finished with the main story? Wait, what? I sure thought that was like a game that would take you like a few weeks maybe. God damn it, I missed too much of a playthrough. Maybe I just have to rewatch a little bit. If it's like the other day you were just done with the prologue. Added a joke boss that makes you parry 3 times to win, but he has no pattern and fakes you out every time. It's a nightmare. Ah. Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about. Unless they added that dude like recently. But I do remember there was one that was like constantly faking it. That was like really difficult to parry. You own 2 Oracle decks and yeah, nice. Yeah, I've never done it in real life, I have to say. But I think it's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind, you know, engaging with it. What you've gotten really engrossed in the main story, only done a few side missions. Not sure if you would do all the side missions, but you're getting close to finishing the one where you get Johnny's band together again. Gotcha. That's a pretty cool one. And yeah, I don't blame you. Like, you know, the main story has so many interesting, you know, topics that it's touching on. I especially like some of the, you know, ethical and morality-wise questions for opening in the context of technological advancements. I don't know, it does a really good job, I think, immersing yourself, you know, what it would be like to live in a time like this. But yeah, I really enjoyed the main story of that game. A knocked plant. Why is it knocked? I wonder if this contains an entry for Blake Manor? Well, this painting is also like somebody knocked against it. The painting is off balance. It's crooked. A crooked painting. Percival Blake, the fourth Marquess of Doon. Am I taking art classes now? Yeah, I wish I could like paint or, you know, draw or anything like that. But I'm pretty bad. Ah, what is this? Another pattern like in the dream? There's a door hidden behind this wall. Am I still dreaming? Prof, it's one of the great things about that genre. It's still got that fantasy element of what future tech could do, but you feel like the more technologically advanced we become in real life, the closer sci-fi gets to predicting how things might look in the future. That's very true, yeah. It's interesting when you look in the past, you know, how future has been presented, like the 2000s, you know, with like flying cars and whatnot. In like, you know, the early, you know, forms of media and film trying to predict the future. But obviously, you know, technology really hasn't been anywhere close to even thinking about those kind of technologies in real life. You asked the painter to stab you once. Yes, you wanted them to draw blood. Nice. Spooky. Yeah, this game definitely can be. I mean, it's not a primarily horror game, but it definitely has horror elements in it. The air is rotted here. This is an unholy place. Yikes. A human skeleton. The one from the paintings. These look like bones. The skull. It appears to be human. What the... Is that Evelyn Dean? I sure hope not. Was that a... No, it couldn't have been. My eyes are deceiving me. A hallucination caused by gas or mold in the air, perhaps? But then, how can I explain these flames? Also, the amount of accidents that can already happen with planes and cars separately. Joining the two would add even more potential. That is true. Yeah, like even, you know, autopilots on like ground have like struggles enough. Sometimes. But yeah, now imagine if like everything was like also manually, you know, handled. Like people flying cars now. I wonder how many accidents would happen just from like flying cars running out of gas and just dropping to the floor. Yeah, Aura. Oh. Yeah, Maud. I'm sure it was Maud. To be fair, my rationality brain would also try to, you know, find a rational cause for that happening. Wouldn't want to be in it or below it. Yeah, me neither. Like, flying planes can be bad enough sometimes. What is... What in God's name was that? Looks like somebody locked the place. Yeah, let's have a look around. There's a bucket. It looks clean. Possibly held water. Maybe it's a shit bucket. I don't want to think about what these stains were. Well, never mind. I guess they didn't use a shit bucket. Thankfully, I can't tell if these ever saw use. Okay, I think I did interact with everything here. And Rod, you love his game's visual style and animations. Same here. It has a really great atmosphere, honestly. Sometimes the logical explanation sounds more far-fetched than the supernatural explanation. In this scenario, yeah, I would agree. I mean, if I literally saw like a red ghost like that, I would probably rethink rationality for a second. Disneyland Haunted Mansion vibes, find a way out. Yeah, this is gonna like get to be like an escape room puzzle. That hole wasn't there before. Okay, I think we definitely struck gold here. Unless this is like my tomb. Another sigil back here. Somebody must have sealed off the passage of this area sometime after Percival walled it up. That symbol on the bottom there looks like a letter. A letter? For whom? That is the question. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I guess my assumption that Evelyn Dean might be, you know, somewhere in the manor isn't too far-fetched, considering how many hidden rooms there are that are like literally walled off and hidden behind a veil. I mean, I reckon she's still alive. I would hope so. But she's probably held hostage here until the Séance. And once the veil is thinnest on the 31st of October, because this takes place during like Halloween time. I guess then they might, you know, do something to her. Maybe sacrifice her? Or maybe that's the thing allowing for them to like talk to ghosts or something? I wonder. Another skeleton in pieces. Is this what she wanted me to find? Walled up lovers. Did I miss anything here? I don't think so. Let's have a quick look back into the room, just in case something changed. Ah yeah, we can place the remains here now and reunite the lovers, I guess. Oh yeah. Percival damned them to an eternity of torment. And for what? He knew their screams would go unheard. I pray they find the peace they deserve. May God have mercy on their souls. How long were they trapped here? How long can a soul linger, and why? I wonder. Eamon. No, let's not dwell on it. Put the missing lovers together. Nice. New achievement. That was actually really cool. I really enjoyed this little mystery here. I didn't expect this whatsoever. And yeah, it reveals a really dark history in the family. You know, there seems to be like a potentially long-running tradition to let people disappear in the manor. The staff area is locked off. Percival is definitely a villain name. Well, not in the tale of, you know, King Arthur and stuff. Of Knights of the Round Table. But yeah, in this game, certainly. But yeah, that's a really macabre touch. Like, even more macabre than it already is to represent scouts like this, you know, but... You know, they could all be a representation of people that have gone missing in the manor. Maybe died in its basements. We're gonna analyze him here. A Celtic cross, though it seems somehow different to many I've seen. Shaky hands. He seems to be suffering from some kind of tremor. His eyes are red, as if something is irritating them.
The name's Doyle, sir. I'm the porter here. If you need anything, you let me know.
I will. Thank you, Mr. Doyle.
Okay, I want to discuss the timetable with pretty much any person I haven't talked that about yet. Because it gives us insight into when persons are at specific places, and eventually we're gonna have to find, you know, people at a certain time, and it's good to know when to find them where, which inquiring about the timetable kind of guarantees. Anything interesting planned for the day? Interesting? No. We don't get to go to talks and boards and all that. Most of today I'll be floating around bringing drinks to rich folks. Very exciting. Then at 4 PM I open the bar, which sounds fun, but only really is once everyone else has gone to bed. And then tomorrow, I'll be breaking my back all morning, lifting boxes into the basement storage from late deliveries, thanks to Varley getting his blasted telegraph machine working again. Is that noteworthy? At least I'm back in the bar once it opens again. And there for the most part until the séance at 9. Okay, let's talk about his Celtic cross. I don't recognize the cross you're wearing. Does it have a particular meaning? I don't know. I seem to always have had it. Don't care much for the church, God forgive me, but I wear this daily. It's part of me, I guess. What is that about, eh? Are you alright, Mr. Doe? You're shaking. I'm shaking. Don't mind it. I just need... Maybe I go see the doctor later. Maybe give me a little pick-me-up. Okay, so it's definitely not a tremor. It's like You know, he's like scared of something, or I don't know. He's maybe in shock. Maybe in trauma. You look tired. Has the event been heavy on you? Tired, huh? Yeah, I guess you're right. Both counts. I'm tired, and this event isn't helping. Methinks Mr. Doyle here is enjoying the bar a little too much. Yeah, he definitely is trying to get closer to the alcoholic beverages.
I'll leave you be.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. It's 10 a.m. and he's gone. Well, shall we make our way to the bar? In a second. A wheelchair. Who does this belong to? The wheels are worn, but the seat itself looks new. Perhaps it has been refurbished. Maybe there was blood on the wheelchair, on the old one. And they, you know, changed the covering. I have no idea. Enough cleaning supplies for a few months. Lots of cleaning supplies is always a bad sign, dude. You know, when you see those real life crime documentaries and the police arrives at the scene and one of the first things they find is like lots of cleaning supplies and like a really strong smell of like alcohol. Doesn't get more suspicious than that. A note that reads, "Where did I leave that damned Bible?" Then a follow-up note, "Of course, I left it handy for Mass on Sunday." What do these symbols mean? Is this a combination? Well, I have no idea how to combine these. I will wait until I find a clue for this. Some toys, presumably waters. Letter blocks, a post-string dog, and an encyclopedia of undead creatures with vampires bookmarked. This stagnant water is giving the room a foul odor. A listing of all guest activities planned for this event. There's a mass ball this evening at 9 p.m. in the ballroom. Tomorrow evening, the grand séance takes place in the hedge maze at 9 p.m. Okay, yeah, we did already discover all of this here, apparently. Spare towels for the guest rooms and bathhouse. Okay. I have as a key. A small brass key used by the staff. It should open any of the bedrooms leading off the atrium. I can use this to open Mrs. Erickson's, Miss Barbosa's, Mr. Toussaint's, Miss Mantovani's, and Mr. Scarrett's room. I mean, that's one of the best finds yet. A rough stone cross. Those reddish stains are rust? At least I pray they are. Yeah. I mean, rust and blood, you know, they can smell quite similar. They can look similar even. But I'm pretty certain. You know, in a way I'm being reminded of another game or story being set in Ireland, which is a Wrath of the Druids DLC in AC Valhalla. Because there's a deep struggle between, you know, Christianity and the paganism. And this seems to kind of like go in a similar direction. It seems to be aura. Yeah, that seems to be blood. The way you would go, I come back later to this later when I have the combination, and then promptly forget it ever existed. And then like 10 hours later you come back and it's like, god damn it, now I have to find the bloody combination again. Otherwise I need to ask why it's lying amidst the housekeeper's effects. That's fair, yeah. Yeah, expedition definitely. What? Were these statues there before? Not sure if I were. But yeah, like an expedition, you know, can definitely be tricky navigating if you don't have like any kind of like map inside the words. And also no fast travel. Don't blink. Yeah, this game has like a lot of small like jump scare moments. When you least expect it. Mary Blake, deceased 1894. Jonathan Blake, the Marquess of Doon, since 1864. Yes, this is private. Let's enter. The locked oak door. I don't think it sees much use. From my memory of the outside, I suspect this leads to the Blake private residence. Okay, so between 4 PM and midnight. I mean, maybe I should go to the atrium and from there to the rooms that we can now investigate. Okay, the library is open. You can also now talk to Miss Barbosa. An old brooch in an Irish style. The image on it is of an old oak tree. 'Kay, Either in an attempt to blend in or out of practicality, she's wearing local fashion along with what I assume are her usual clothes.
Hey! Don't sneak up on people like that! If you were the porter with my telegram, sure. But no, just some guy getting too close. Who are you anyway?
Sorry to alarm you, miss. I'm Declan Ward. I'm a late arrival.
Oh, the guy Queen called out this morning. That must have felt good, yes? I am Inês Barbosa. This place is boring and cold, but the boat over from Brazil was worse, so I won't complain.
Okay, let's discuss the timetable to start with. So I will spend some time in the telegraph room. It is peaceful there, even when I'm not waiting on a message. There or thereabouts, I like the lobby or atrium too. There you see people's comings and goings. I'm meeting Dupree in the gardens at 12. Then I will see Theod's talk at 3. I think she will spend it telling everyone they are wrong to be here, but I want to see. After that, I will rest in my room before Mantovani's talk at 5, which I intend to see. Maybe can make some sense of all this. After which is dinner, then the masked ball. Imagine my surprise to find a mini carnival here. Then on Sunday, I will spend the morning recovering from the party, I think. Except there's a mass at 12. Mr. Coventry's talk at 5, I will go to. Before that, lunch. And then there's a silent dinner at 8. What to expect from it and the séance, I do not know. I think I take an hour in my room beforehand, to prepare myself. You know, that's like the funniest thing to me is just how freaking detailed everyone is about a timetable. Like they all got it planned out to the dot. Even the like naps that got planned. You know, obviously that's like a game mechanic where writing serves the game of like knowing when people are where, when. But yeah, it's kind of funny to think about that everyone in this manner is like planning their daily routine, you know, meticulously. I don't suppose you know which room Miss Dean was staying in? She was... No, wait, I thought... I can't remember. Funny, I went there to get something back, but now I cannot recall where it is. Is that so? You've come a long way for this event. Have I? No, I came a long way to get to Ireland. The event I saw advertised was searching for something else. But it suits my purposes, so I come. I noticed you picking up some of the local fashion. I left in a hurry and packed light. What would you have me do? Freeze? I mean, fair enough. Your brooch. It looks to carry a story. It was my father's, or maybe his mother's. He didn't bring much with him when he left Ireland. And he had even less on him the day he died, defending my mother. My mother took this and ran. She passed it to me, so I would have something of his. I'm beginning to think this place really is haunted, you know? And why not? Everywhere people have been ends up haunted. What makes you think this place is different? Have you experienced any strange dreams since coming here? Just the one dream since coming here, which is odd enough in itself, yes? I walk the halls of this place. Well, not these halls. They look similar, but longer, taller. I try to find a way out. A way home, I think. Even though I myself will not return to Brazil. There are doors blocking the corridor itself. I had to move. Something like light to unlock them, I think. I don't understand that part. Eventually, I'm at the Séance, and I can't go further. I think it's cool they represent someone from Brazil, because Ireland actually has a pretty high immigration rate from people out of Brazil. Like also in Dublin, when we visited, there were like a lot of Brazilian places, like restaurants and stuff. And yeah, many people go there for work. Do you mean something like that? Another person has experienced the same dream as Miss Dean and I. Can I find 2 more? Okay, that's cool. That's a good progress with the dream that we're sharing that. Have you noticed the strange device in the atrium? Of course, of course. It is made similar to the odd contraption in the telegraph room. Perhaps they are both made locally?
I have to be off.
Oh, if you see that lazy porter, tell him I want my telegram.
That's a pretty cool painting. I like it. A map of the upper floor. This should be useful for placing which guest is located where. Those maps remind you of Silent Hill 2, remastered or remake. Bust of Richard Blake, 1830 to 1864. What the heck? Just a random table or like bench in the middle of a room. William Blake, the 7th Marquess of Doon. The Globe of a Known Word. I wonder will they discover anything new? I can only imagine how thrilling it was when the Americas were discovered.
Oh, please.
Leviticus 20:27.
You think this is the first time I have had scripture nailed to my door? And Leviticus 20:27? This is not even original. I think I know who did this. I will have to talk with her. But for now, I need a moment to sit.
Her? Who could she be talking about? And what does a Bible verse mean? Clearly someone in this hotel has had bad blood with Miss Mantovani. She thinks it's a woman. Could it even be Miss Dean? And that knife. Something tells me they're not likely to stop the threats. Yeah, me neither. So I could of course look up what Leviticus 20:27 is about. But I'd rather not and let the game tell me, because it's not like, you know, the main character knows about this. Okay, we could have a look into Mrs. Erickson's room. Let's listen. Okay, we should be safe to enter. Alright, we've already been in this room. Okay, someone's in here. Okay, we should be good to enter here because he's having his back turned to us. An assortment of clothing. They're clothes for the event. None of it is noteworthy. A book that has clearly been handled with care. The Land Records book. I mean, that might be helpful. There's quite a number of books here. but there doesn't seem to be any sort of unifying theme. Miss Barbosa's schedule for the weekend. I've noted her movements in my timetable. An assortment of clothing. The lockbox is beautiful and looks like it won't open without some effort. It looks like it opens it. Like to open it, I need to navigate the emerald into the right most extrusion. Make me play Tetris here. A photograph of a younger Ines Barbosa with a woman who bears a striking resemblance to her. Her mother, perhaps? A burial record from late last year. It is mostly in Portuguese, but from what I can make out, it seems to be for Miss Barbosa's mother. The only thing of note here is the following. Why do my dreams have me stuck in this place? Its endless halls and confusing doors. I want to get out, but I cannot. The night where the dream doesn't wake me, I end up at the Séance. I think, is my father there? Full disclosure, you're very sleepy and might fall asleep. No worries whatsoever, Aura. I hope you have a good rest in case you fall asleep. And yeah, I reckon the kind of like low-key vibe of this game isn't making you any more awake either. Everything needed to pen a letter. Just some trinkets, nothing of interest. She seems to prefer a medium boot. Some dress clothes, nothing important. Okay. Travel documents detailing a journey starting from Brazil in March of this year. She arrived in Lisbon in June. She then worked her way up to Ireland over 3 months. She was in Ireland for about 6 weeks before this event. Okay. I would say we're done there. So, yeah, probably shouldn't go into Mr. Toussaint's bedroom if, you know, he is looking right over there. Is there like anything new I can discuss with him?
And you're back. What can I do you for?
I mean, technically I haven't actually talked about that much with him. At least evidence-wise. Let's talk about his crown. That's an unusual crown you wear. Crown? That's the Peo speaking Inuit. It's a circlet. It's a sign of my station as a druid, a protector of his land and its inhabitants. Tsk. Crown. You say you're a druid? Ah, as much as anyone can be. The Catholics didn't have much trace of the old ways, but I've pieced together a tradition that feels alright to me and called it Druidism. No more made up than anything else, mind. For the most part, I just treat all natural things as equal in value. People, plants, animals and places. Real places, the wild and such. Not man-made intrusions like this manor. Bloody eyesore. What is the code you live by? It's nothing fancy. I try to treat all the people, creatures, plants and places as equal. I leave no trace. I burn safely. And I leave my share for the other folks. You have quite the ornate belt. Do you like it? I killed and skinned the deer myself. My cousin, Connor, helped me shape the tin. Batman is fierce handy with a boar hammer. What does your stuff signify? It signifies that I bash you if you come near me or mine. No, you mind what they say, lad. There's still plenty of snakes in Ireland.
Where is Charles Lee?
Connor? Connor Kenway? Didn't know he was there. Any plans over the weekend? I'm told there's a big party on later. I go to that, I guess. Fancy dress, I reckon that means they dress like me and I dress like them, no? I'm told there's proper history, good history in the gardens, so I will go there while it is bright, then head off to the bar when it's dark. I wander the hedge maze after lunchtime, I think, and go get a gata in the bar before the dinner bell. Not sure what else there is to do. I'm told there are talks, but talking to me is a two-way thing. Not sitting down so somebody can tell you about their hobbies. And for Sunday? Who knows? Tomorrow's too far away to be worth thinking about today. There's the Séance anyway. Could spend some time getting on Fiat's nerves, though. That's always fun. She said she's be doing some work with a woe after lunch. Might stick my face in and see how she's getting on. Let's talk about the dream, if he had it. Have you had any dreams, odd dreams since getting here? Strange dreams? Funny you say that. I don't recall the dream, but I woke this morning with both a wanting to stay and a wanting to get the hell out of this place. Sure, how am I meant to do both? I wouldn't say that's a direct match for the dreams Miss Dean and I had. It's close, but not enough. Do you know which room Miss Dean was in? Who? I don't know how to find my own room in this place. Never mind whoever that is. Sorry, can't help ya. You sport an uncommon look. A man is only truly free when he is free of the opinion of others. I mean, that's a good comeback, I would say, for somebody reducing you on your, you know, outer appearance. Also, give me just 1 second. Okie dokie, I'm back. I mean, I don't want to talk about literally every evidence with every person. I mean, if I could, I would. But, you know, we have to be a bit conscious about, you know, what we're choosing to talk about. I think in general, focusing on evidence and less about, you know, people might be a good idea. Though I might make it a, you know, part of my routine to maybe ask about Evelyn Dean. At least with people that have known her. Or had like a closer connection to her. Have you seen any ghosts since coming here? Have you not? My least favorite was a woman who crawled in through a window last night. I like how everyone is so casual about ghosts and stuff. Thankfully a flash of thunder and she was gone. Damn near saw it myself. Well, it's good that you have not. Have you seen the strange device kept off to the side in the atrium? I have, and I don't like it. It has the bad energy of it. Whatever it's measuring, it's part of a séance, and that means I don't trust it. What are your thoughts on the séance? Oh, very exciting to talk to a ghost. I'm sure the dead have lots to say. Oh no, my god isn't real. I wasted my life. So and so didn't show up for my funeral. Riveting. I'm more interested in the mad fellas who think death is more interesting than life. And the stupid things they would do to prove it. Okay, so lots of people are just coming here because they're not even interested in the séance itself. They're interested in the people attending.
No, I should go.
Only do something if you want, not because you should.
Let's have a look into the library. Certain topics can be researched in the library to uncover further information. Key research topics will always be found on the research desk. The bookshelves can be used to gain supplementary information. Topics can be learned from other characters, evidence, and other research topics. Here we got religion. A research desk. This will be useful if I want to look anything up. Information on Mary Blake. After her marriage to Jonathan Blake, the Marquess of Doon, in 1881, she gained the title of Marchioness. Marchioness Blake established the Blake Foundation in 1890. Through the foundation, the Marchioness constructed and funded several orphanages, bracket schools, and widows' almshouses in impoverished rural towns and villages across Connacht. The Marchioness committed much of the Blake fortune on the foundation and organized fundraising events across Ireland and Great Britain. She spent her free time teaching English in one of the foundation's local schools, and privately funded the university education of over 40 pupils. Marchioness Blake took a position of philanthropist and charity worker, acting as a pillar of her community and the very image of a God-fearing woman, until her death in 1894. Percival Blake became the Marquess of Doon at the age of 19, when his father, Reynard, died of food poisoning. This was in 1739. He ruled through the Great Freeze, the year of the slaughter, the Jacobite Rising, until he drowned in the tsunami of 1755 at the age of 40. I see some annotations that suggest that he didn't drown in the tsunami, more than he was drowned during it. It seems he wasn't popular with the people around him. In 1744, a scullery maid went missing. Rumors suggested she had rejected advances he made. Her fiancé came from a nearby village to find her, and he too wasn't heard from again. Various notes are added from different periods that say staff believed he wore them up, alive. Jesus Christ. Okay, so that connects to what we found earlier, with the lovers being walled up. One note says they can still be heard sobbing for one another through the darker months. Despite his gruesome reputation, a portrait of him still resides in the East Tower. Okay, this could be really important. Fucking Percival Blake. Wilhelmina August Blake was born in 1788 to Thomas Blake, the 6th Marquess of Doon. She disappeared without a trace on the night of October 29th, 1828. She had a passion for music from an early age and was often called upon to entertain her father's guests with piano recitals in the drawing room. In the months leading to her disappearance, she developed a keen interest in Egyptology after her uncle, Lord Barnard Blake, gifted her an ancient vase he recovered during an expedition in Gizeh. The vase disappeared on the same night as Lady Blake. That could explain why she was drawn with Greek architecture in the background. You know, if she was so interested in the ancient times. After she vanished, her younger sister Elizabeth experienced episodes of melancholy and would roam the grounds searching for Wilhelmina, adamant that she had never left Blake Manor. No body was ever found for Wilhelmina, and so her final whereabouts and fate remain unknown. Lots of people going missing here. We've got the Blake history or religion, spiritualism, Irish folklore, Irish mythology, world mythology, geography, archaeology, psychology, sciences, medicine, flora and fauna, world history, Irish history, and Blake history. Okay, that's quite a bit to read. Let's have a look at the Blake history. The section of the Blake family, the lineages and the lands. Is there anything I want to look up? Okay, so the grayed out the ones we did read up on. Let's start in general terms. Originally of the English Blakes, the branch of a family now resident in Ireland's Connacht region, are descendants of the illustrious war veteran Edward Blake, who served during the Cromwellian conquest of Ireland. In reward for his service and valor, Blake was rewarded some of the seized land, on which he built the manor now known as Blake Manor. While there are, it must be admitted, a number of ghoulish tales about Edward Blake and his subsequent family line, these shouldn't be paid heed, for surely they indicate nothing more than superstition and occasional local unrest. Occasional, huh? There's nothing here about Walter Blake yet. Edward Blake, 1630 to 1703, was an Englishman serving in the Cromwellian conquest of Ireland by the then English Commonwealth. He was a notable figure among the English forces and was credited for his success by Cromwell himself, who awarded him a significant parcel of conquered land in Connacht. The Blakes have gone on to become significant figureheads in their community and have upheld their position for a few hundred years. Copies of the Bible sit here with core texts of other faiths. It's interesting to see this so openly displayed. To some, this would be blasphemous. Is there anything I want to look up? I mean Leviticus 20:27. The Resurrectics, where a crucifix depicts Jesus Christ in his crucifixion, and so speaks to a sacrifice and the forgiveness bestowed upon humanity for it. The Resurrectix is the crucifix's counterpart, the cross upon which Jesus was crucified, with no depiction of the Lord upon it. The Resurrectix then is an empty cross, the Lord having departed it, and in this, it signifies hope, eternal life, and triumph over death. Why can't I look up Leviticus 20:27, I wonder? Look up Celtic religious symbols. There are a number of designs synonymous with Celtic culture and spirituality. I list here a few. The Triskelion, 3 spirits joined together at their outermost points and the center of the design, thought to represent the physical world, the spirit world, and the afterlife, or alternatively, birth, life, and death. The Triquetra, an ancient symbol of a tri-pointed endless notch, now understood to represent the Holy Trinity. The Dara notch, a complicated square notch without end, associated with Saint Patrick, patron saint of Ireland. The Dara knot is a symbol of unity and peace. Look up Celtic crosses. The Celtic cross is distinguished from the Latin cross by the circle, or nimbus, around its intersection. Its formation is attributed to Ireland, France, and Great Britain, and it gained prominence in medieval art. Its designation as the Celtic cross is relatively recent, perhaps reflective of its historic use among Irish missionaries. Okay, I wonder if this shelf has the same kind of information as the other religion shelf. Nope. It still irks me that I can't take the Bible and read up on Leviticus 20:27. Bottle of sherry. It's open, but it's only missing a drink or two's worth. It looks to be Miss Quinn's schedule. I've made a note of her movements in my timetable. Various books detailing historical land ownership in this region. A map of Ireland and one of Connaught, the region this hotel sits in. Some sections are carefully marked out. Here, 1 second, I'm gonna look up how to pronounce the name of a region properly. So it's Connacht, apparently. Okay, so Connacht. Okay, I think I might divide the library reading into multiple parts, but I want to read up on another bookshelf. And I guess I'm gonna work myself from this side to the other side. Let's have a look into Irish history. Catalogue of events throughout Ireland's past. Studies on its people and census data is found here. Is there anything I want to look up? The Great Freeze. In the winter of 1739, a violent storm hit Ireland. The resultant drop in temperature was so drastic that liquids froze indoors. There are no official records of how cold it got, but some measurements taken by enthusiasts claim it dropped as low as -20 degrees. I mean, -20 is really darn cold, but it's bearable. Assuming we're talking about Celsius. Which, yeah, I guess we are. Yeah, I definitely had -20 degree weather before. But obviously, if you're not built for that, you know, if your buildings are not made to withstand any kind of cold weather, then you're fucked. The Year of Slaughter. The first of Ireland's 3 famines, crop and herd damage from the Great Freeze, resulted in massive shortages in milk and food. Records suggest that as high as 20% of the then population died. It was a higher proportion of lives lost than from the Great Famine nearly a century later. You found Connor, you found Edward, Can you look up Haven? I would try to, if we can, find an entry. Haven Blake. The tsunami of 1755. Massive earthquakes in Portugal sent a tsunami north that hit the southern and western parts of Ireland. Hey, this is a connection to AC Rogue, isn't it? Was that in 1755? Let me have a look. Or I guess we can have a look together, actually. Hold on, that's not the updated list. Of course, I did do an update. Made it a bit, fancier, I guess. Slightly. Okay, so AC Rogue starts in 52. Yeah. And he arrives in Lisbon in November 55. So that links up exactly with the year they're talking about in the Séance. That's really cool. In general, I really like the historical world building they're doing in the Séance of Blake Manor. You're not just meant to only be in 1897. There's lots of connections they're making to the 17th and 18th century. Cool. Wanted to clear that up. So the tsunami seems to have reached as far up as Connemara, where the manor is built. Untold thousands died here from the tsunami. The earthquake itself claimed the lives of over 100,000 Portuguese. 100,000. Jesus. What have you done, Shay? The Great Famine. It's less than 50 years since the Great Hunger that lasted from 45 to 52. A blight wiped out the potato crops. Most of the population relied on that to survive, as the English rule exported every other resource from the country: peas, beans, rabbits, fish, honey, and more. On top of this, the English corn laws blocked the import of any grain, despite the obvious need for relief. The full loss of life from this period is yet unknown, but deaths are estimated to be around 1 million, with another million fleeing the country on coffin ships bound for America, Canada, Australia, and more. Anyone surviving something like that can't but have deep scars. My own parents refused to talk of it and grew dark when it was mentioned. It is unknown how long it would take the country to recover. I mean, some people still haven't forgotten about that. I mean, obviously it's not forgotten, it's a very prominent topic still being discussed and, shown in museums across the country. But obviously, there's a certain anti-English sentiment among some people with, how Ireland has been used by Great Britain. Or not by Great Britain, by the United Kingdom. But Edward Blake, the man who built the original manor back in the 1650s. It looks to have been extended many times over since. 11 a.m. I have to say, this is really darn interesting. Like, I could spend the rest of the stream just reading about Irish history and world history and what... Oh. I didn't expect you there. Hello there, Miss Quinn. A striking brooch worn around the collar. Multiple scars as if she suffered several different accidents and injuries. A pen in pocket. Its varnish is worn around the grip. She uses it often and probably for long periods of time.
If you'd hold a moment, I'm just looking for something.
Are you all right, miss?
Fine. Just looking for a book. I know I had it just a few days ago, but now it's nowhere to be found.
Suspicious much?
Without it, damn it! I'm at a dead end. Would you tell me if you see it? It's a book on local land records from late last century. It has to be around here somewhere, unless another guest has taken it.
Let's give it to her.
Actually, I believe I might have the records you're looking for.
Wait, you... Ha! Look at that, you do indeed. Where was it?
Miss Barbosa had it.
How did she get it? Of course. I loaned it to her during tea and then forgot. Too many late nights researching. Speaking of which, on page 78 and... Oh, that's what I was looking for. Thank you, sir. You've helped me a lot. I don't know why you would, but you have. I don't think... I haven't seen you before the incident with the bird, unless I'm wrong.
Rest assured, miss, we haven't met. My name's Declan Ward. I've only arrived recently.
Even then, I could still have missed you, if you hadn't come by the library, I mean. Anyhow, I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Ward. My name is Quarantine Quinn. You can call me Quarantine, and I might now owe you a favor.
I mean, that sounds good to me.
But for now, thank you sincerely. And do please excuse me, I have work to do.
It's good to be on the good side of the people and, you know, them wanting to pay you back. Not like I expect to be paid back, but I wouldn't mind some help. She seems to have left something behind. Part of a note remains on the back. Ritual requires a body of water. I can use the bathtub in the ladies on the... Fill? On the fill? What is Miss Quinn planning? Hey, the ladies' room. Okay, I think that's enough reading for now. I want to investigate this lead, actually. What's a question about which ladies' room she was actually talking about? Okay, we had to look down here.
It's locked. Miss Quinn must be in there. What on earth is she up to? The door is locked. I want to know what's going on in there. I'll have to check back later.
She was quick to do this. Yeah, we're gonna return later, I guess. Okay, so it's just a repetition here. Okay. I'm glad I immediately found the right one. Unoccupied bedroom. A taxidermied fox and a pheasant. It still smells of death. Nothing in here catches my eye. A copy of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein of a modern Prometheus. I can't see anything of note in here. An old box of matches has been lost under here. The sheets here are rougher than my own. Jesus Christ, that actually scared me. Nice. What was that? What on earth? What happened here? Was this cracked when I first came in here? It wasn't. A bleak landscape. Don't you mean a Blake landscape? You broke the mirror. Curse forever. No.
You want forgiveness? Get religion.
Wow. I do need forgiveness if I'm cursed forever. That's for sure. Hello there, Ave. Welcome in, dude. How are you doing? A loose board, but there's nothing under it. I'm not sure that this is Miss Dean's room. Okay, nothing in here. This looks like a good hiding spot, honestly. I'm unsure what animal these horns are from. The grate is rusted. It's going good, Ave. I'm really enjoying this game, honestly. It's like really satisfying detective work. And I'm not actually getting too tired of a game like quickly. Like, yeah, it's like very engaging. And the good thing is you don't have to like read 24/7. Like you read maybe, 75% of the time. But it's the necessary breaks that, you know, make it not too bad to read out loud too much. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the game, I have to say. It's also very cool because it gives a lot of context for previous years and settings and centuries. So it's already, we had like quite a few connections to like, you know, other things we've witnessed across the historical order run. For instance, they were just talking about the Great Tsunami, which hit Ireland in 1755. And that was actually caused by the earthquakes in Portugal, which we are witnessing in Assassin's Creed Rogue, when, you know, Shay is going to Lisbon. It's kind of cool, you know, having connections like that to previous games we played, even if it's AC Rogue. You're right, continuously tired and exhausted, but it is what it is. Also, pollen hits like a truck. At least you're off work, right, for the rest of the week, so hopefully, you know, that helps a little bit. Just to have like a relatively normal day. But yeah, that really sucks. Thankfully for me today is like much better than yesterday when I was streaming, but who knows, can still happen. Sometimes those allergies just hit you out of nowhere. Indeed, yeah, this game fits really well into the historical run. And that's even though there's like very heavy spiritualistic and occultist themes in the game. But I think what's really good is it's not like, you know, outright saying like all of this is like 100% real, or like, you know, it has affected the entire history or like the world around you. You know, it's like very much rooted in the historical setting and in the history of Ireland. But yeah, you know, there's like ghosts here. I think that's exactly, you know, what I want sometimes. Like if a game already has like fantastical elements, then it's good when the game itself is like deeply rooted in history still. Because obviously you can still learn something about the setting and the time. Oh yeah, Ave, that's good. Early weekend time. Ashes stuck together. Perhaps there's a leak here? A leak? I have a feeling Indiana Jones game would be somewhat like this, like a very random game that fits surprisingly well into the order run. I look very much forward to playing that game, I would say. It looks like a lot of fun. And ever since it launched and you know, I saw like a little bit of gameplay of it, I was like already into it. Why are these spots on the wall? Wonder. Well, never mind, there's spots everywhere. Not so special after all. Okay, so we're to return to the ladies' room later. Of course, there's a ritual taking place there at the moment, and the door's locked. Let's have a look into the West Tower. We've been in the East Tower, and where we found the skeletons of the lovers that were reunited. But what's in the West Tower? Beatrix Blake. Gotta say, the family resemblance is uncanny at this point. There's the ballroom, the drawing room. That's the HM already. Let's go deeper down the western tower. Another angel with her eyes closed, looking away. I knew it. Fuck you, game. Dude, I actually have shivers on my body right now because I anticipated something to happen with a freaking angel the moment I look away. But you're still not 100% sure if something's gonna happen, and when it happens, it's like, holy shit. I wonder if it has something to do with the night. Why can't I investigate with this? If the basement is locked. Of course it is. Okay, so World Cup is gonna start soon here, which means I'm gonna also call it soon for the stream. But I wanna investigate like maybe one more thing, if we can. So we've been to a library. Let's have a look in here. I can't enter. Okay. Let's maybe go to the gardens. Could also go to the bathhouse. This chair has been knocked off balance. Did somebody pass this way? Book that has clearly been handled with care. A painting of a ladybird. Its frame is hanging askew. Okay, so this is the trail, it seems like. Now the question is, does it go up or does it go through the, like, into the gardens? Freaking another angel statue. What to say, they really creep me out, those angels. Local paper from last year. Nothing interesting was happening then. There seems to be a book on Courting the Dead, written by Miss Mantovani. Okay, let's go into the gardens. Jesus. What a lovely Saturday, isn't it? Let's have a great British weather. Here we got Mr. O'Mara here. Oh yeah, Mr. Doyle. There's the maze. Okay, let's analyze Mr. O'Mara here. Distracted look in the eyes. Something about his eyes gives me the impression he's only half in the room. Expensive attire but nothing flashy. He's wealthy but doesn't care if people know it or not. There are traces of a white substance around his pocket. He's leaning on that cane for support. The way he's standing leaves no doubt. I really love the ambient music in this game. Very atmospheric. Jesus, it's a long trail of evidence. Yeah, so I guess we could return to the ladies' room at 12 AM when the next routine changes.
Another stranger, is it? They must have dredged the barrel to find so many unknowns. Cal O'Mara, sir. You?
Declan Ward. It's a pleasure. What brings you to the event?
Beyond the séance? If you must know, I guess I'm hoping the techniques used here can be repurposed to speak to other things.
Do you have any plans for the weekend? Well, the bar only opens in the evening, so I suppose I need other ways to entertain myself till then. I do hear the housekeeper serve drinks on the patio. Perhaps I'll spend the morning there. When I get bored of that, or there's lunch at 1, starving is less interesting than you'd think. And Miss Callaghan's talk at 3 seems livable? So I drop in on that. What else? Oh yes, I promised Mrs. Darcy a rematch of pool on the bar at 6. Now she makes a dull game fun. I didn't know you could misfire a ball that badly, but she certainly managed it. Of course I won't be missing the ball, maybe a bit of real fun in this place for once. As for tomorrow, I should go to the Mass at 12 and try to absolve myself of some of my sins. Not all of them, mind you. I don't want to be there all day. Actually, I might visit the graveyard after that. Come to think of it, isn't every graveyard visit a near-death experience? Yes? No? Or you could smile at least. I suppose I'll be in the bar in the evening, though I've already run 2 circuits around the drinks menu. Then it's lunch at 1, dinner at 8. God, it really is all circuits, isn't it? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, drink. Still, not long until the main event, eh? Even I should try to be sober for that. Speaking of which, are you aware there's a stain on your pocket, sir? Oh, so there is. That must be soap? Right. Who doesn't know powdered soap? Do you happen to recall which room Miss Dean was staying in? Oh, she's beside mine. How did I forget that? I'd sort of forgotten she was here. How did that happen? Interesting. So it really seems like people are starting to forget details about Miss Dean. Like, that's genuine, you know, like she's not even like physically gone. Her whole existence is like vanishing. Even in the memories of the people, it seems like. And isn't he the dude that even proposed to her? You know, if anyone should remember. Unless he's like playing around, but you know, he's not the first person to be kind of like forgetful about her existence. Your cane. I hope it's nothing too serious. I was showing off while horse riding. What was I going to do when the mare spooked? Scared the daylights out of everyone, but I came out of it alright. Aside from this, with luck, I'll be shot of it eventually. Do you have something on your mind, Mr. O'Mara? You seem distracted. I always do. Don't take it personally. It's not a comment on the company. Not right now, it isn't anyway, I just... no. I've always had this look, I think. I could swear this place is giving me the strangest dreams. Really? I haven't noticed anything like that. I don't think so anyway. What's a strange dream when your dreams are always strange? But I can see how this place could inspire them. It's just that something doesn't feel quite right here. Or maybe I'm just hungover. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna discuss for now with him.
I'll be off, Mr. O'Mara.
Don't let me keep you.
And this is gonna be where I will go ahead and have a save here. And a quick save to be safe. And yeah, we passed about 2 hours or so. That's alright, I would say. And yeah, this is gonna be where we will continue next time with the Séance of Blake Manor. But yeah, I have to say, so far I'm really enjoying the game a lot. Absolutely love the atmosphere. I think the writing is really decent. And the whole investigation work is really satisfying. And I think the whole playing against time and having, you know, spooky stuff happening occasionally really, you know, puts you more into the world and, you know, kind of keeps you on edge in a way. So it's very effective, I think, in that sense. Probably more so if you play it yourself than, you know, maybe watching, but yeah, I'm like really into it. I wouldn't mind continue playing later even, but that's the thing when you're like streaming a playthrough, you know, it's not so easy to just throw in like an hour session, you know, like that. So we'll have to wait until probably next week, because I will be gone over the weekend, like starting tomorrow, and won't be back until Sunday evening or so. So yeah, the next stream is probably gonna be on Monday, but I have Monday the entire day off. So my plan is to actually maybe do like a longer stream of this. I'm not sure how long I could stream this game for. Maybe like 4 hours max before my voice kind of gets tired of all the talking. But yeah, I would like to make some really good progress then, because I can't wait to also get into Red Dead Redemption 2 when we finish this game. But yeah, for now I'm really enjoying this, so looking forward to carry on and continue. Thank you so much everyone for joining and for being here. I really do appreciate it. We are going to go and we are going to raid 2 Levy. She's playing a bit of Forza Horizon.
You got rid of that old yee ass haircut you got.
Yes, maybe I should get rid of that yee-ass haircut. It's actually funny because I literally went to the like to get my hair cut today. Just a few hours ago. And already I'm being roasted about my new haircut. Not like this. Only 2 hours and 20 minutes. Yeah, but in 10 minutes, you know, World Cup starts. And I want to see the start of it. But yeah, we're gonna be back on Monday at the latest. And believe it or not, it's actually gonna be a daytime stream. Been a while. But yeah, I will catch you guys next time. Thank you everyone for joining. And if you want to join us with a raid over to Levy, then feel free to copy and paste the raid emotes I put into chat. And I will see you on the flip side. Bye bye.